Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, I'm coming to you in the spirit of pumpkin spice lattes. I don't even like them, just for the record, but I realized that I might look like a pumpkin. Anyways, here we go. Let's dive in. Oh, yes. Like, share, subscribe. We're almost at 20,000. Like, we're actually really close now. And I will be giving away a 3-session mega coaching package to somebody, lucky winner, when I hit 20,000. So I haven't even checked today what the subscriber count is, but help get us over that. And then the next video after we get over 20,000, I'll announce the contest for that coaching package. But please bump the videos in the algorithm by liking, sharing, subscribing, and get that out there. Okay, here we go. Oh, and sessions are open with me. I've added some more. So go ahead and find the link for that in the description box below. All right, here we go. We're going to do feminines and masculines and see where each are at perceiving the connection today. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What are the divine feminines and the divine masculines thinking and feeling about the connections? What are each wishing to manifest? What is the connective energy that we're all dealing with at this time, the median energy? What are the actions, challenges, solutions, and directions that the collective is going in the near future? And the last deck for the masculines. Okay, here we go. Feminines on the left, masculines on the right, and the connective energy. Connective energy for the connections in general. 8 of Swords in the inverse. So this is movement coming in, both getting out of their minds. 8 of Swords in the upright is when we're kind of trapped and powerless. We don't know which way to go. We don't know how to bring progress. We feel like it could always stay this stuck. But that's changing here. So let's see what the feminines have to say about that. 4 of Pentacles and 4 of Air. So 44, 444s might be important to feminines. This is knowing the connection is, I heard sealed, is grounding, is foundation. It has a foundation. It's like sinking in, feminines, on a very practical level. When we're looking at how this could move forward, and then this awareness that there is a foundation in the physical, it feels possible, feminines. Yes. So masculines, your feminines are seeing this is possible. It's kind of like sinking in that there's really potential here. It's not just fantasy. This is possible. What are the masculines in the energy of when they're thinking of the connection? The heart is awake, love, innocence, and reverence. Beautiful. This is like celebration in all the raw glory of it, I heard. So the history here, this is a nostalgic card, and it's like masculines are seeing that nobody's like you, feminines. The things you've been through, the comedy. I'm hearing the comedy. It's so comical, like that they've tumbled through this journey with somebody like you, energetically tumbled through this journey. I'm seeing court jesters in my mind's eye, and it's really, they're fond of the way that the two of you have had this flexibility and acrobatic kind of way of staying stride for stride in the energetic levels. Yeah, their heart is just amused. I heard bemused and betrothed. So there's something in this energy where the masculines are also seeing there's so much substance in these connections. For not having been further along in the physical, there's so much juiciness to the history here. Aliveness. Rollicking good fun, I just heard. Yeah, the masculine energy is quite pleasant today from what I can feel. Interesting. What can we see on the conscious mind for each other? Death. Child of the great transformers. In the inverse, this means that both are seeing how much transformation has happened in each's lives, in each other's lives, and in our own lives. How are the feminines experiencing this? Three of Cups and the Tower, through thick and thin. The feminines have seen this. You know, masculines have been there through some big stuff, or they know about what has been navigated, and they still are this friend indeed. The Three of Cups is a deep, deep flow of amicable energy. It can allude to third-party situations that would have rocked the world in other connections, but in this connection, it only made it stronger. That is not to say these are non-monogamous, but at times there are other people involved as sacred mirrors to show the wisdom teachings. So for the connections I read on, true monogamy, true love, true pure primary connection is the Holy Grail. And so I do not condemn multiple mirrors and relationships in the lives of anybody who's watching this. You don't have to just have this one person for it to be divine. No, we're all human. We've all had a myriad of interactions on so many different levels. And yet, the feminines understand this connection is the one that really flows through all the major awarenesses and changes. How are the masculines thinking of it? High Priest and Ascension. So the masculines are getting straight transmissions from the divine right now, just about how the two have elevated so profoundly and have done it together. There's such a sense of endearment that we've gone through this journey together, this transformation together. I'm hearing the masculine saying, they loved me when I was no one, when I didn't know who I was, before I made it. So yeah, these masculines are realizing that you loved them for who they were before they elevated. This is really being shown to them right now, feminines. And that you were instrumental in that dynamic that helped show them who they really were. They appreciate you so much, feminines. What can we see on the heart space? The moon, ruler of flux and reflux. This is the ebb and flow that the hearts have expanded to be big enough to handle the ever-changing tides of emotion within this connection. What can we see for the feminines? Temperance and the Eight of Worth, or Earth, Eight of Worth, the Pentacles. But this really is your worth, feminines, coming into this understanding that because your love is big enough, because you actually see on that level of love, you have worth. You're specializing in being healed, being whole, being love. What are the masculines realizing about this? Leap of faith and awakening to source, soul confidence, reassurance, and source essence. Right. Masculines have ascended to a place where they're getting their instructions straight from the divine, and it's filling up their heart with this love for you, feminines. The moon can be the divine feminine, the mystery, the mystique, the intrigue. I heard the elixir. So the masculine's hearts are truly, what was that card? The heart is awake, are awakening to how extraordinary their feminine is and how much love is actually here. There's an excitement building I can feel, an aliveness here, awakening to source. It's like connecting with source and getting this supercharged feeling. What can we see on the heart of hearts for each other? King of Pentacles. So this is calling in the commitment. What this feels like is the revelation that this truly is the answer to prayer, that each counterpart is seeing the other one as so magnificent. Actually, what are the feminines thinking specifically? Wow, the Eight of Swords and the Six of Earth, those were two of the cards that we got. The two that we just got, yeah? Oh, maybe it was in the mini read I put out on YouTube just before this. Okay, well, here's the reciprocity. Feminines, you absolutely know that you don't have to tell yourself all is lost if there isn't reciprocity in the material realm. This is you not being in waiting energy. This is you being supported by this love. This is you being inspired, growing, expanding. This is you seeing that what has happened so far has not warranted coming into union, but that it's getting there actually. So it's not all or nothing. You're seeing that growth requires growth, that change requires change, and you're calming down and embracing the process of it. Instead of wanting to get through that finish line and skip over all of the in-between, it's like reveling in the becoming. Oh, that's juicy, feminines. What can we see for the masculines here? Consciousness, beginning, and faith, the hydrogen atom 1. It's the first card in that deck. And then we get the Queen of Pentacles to go with the King of Pentacles. What I just heard is, because they're both in the inverse, it's like your masculine is seeing how you're not just two peas in a pod. You're so quirky and there's nobody else like the two of you, but you're the same kind of quirky. You're the same kind of unique. You're the same kind. You match. You match. These masculines have looked at the feminines and these dynamics from so many different angles. And what I'm seeing here is they're really celebrating this court jester kind of energy where it's so comical, the things the two of you have reflected back to each other and how you've tumbled with it through the journey and landed on your feet every time together. Each cycle. What is the manifestation? Universe and the inverse. This is the World card. So there are things of the karmic reality of the previous circumstances that are not quite finalized yet. How are the feminines dealing with this? We've been seeing that repeatedly in the last few days. The Judgment card and Five of Wands. So it's like waiting for the final call. These are both in the inverse. It's like there is a anticipation that this ending is imminent with karma. The call card is the Judgment card. It's also called karma in many decks. And so, yeah, the cards are really backing up that message that certain karmic things for the feminines need to play out. How about the masculines? The masculines are not able to come in and save you from the karmic clearing, innovation, invention, and scientific pursuits, but they have been studying, meticulously studying. Didn't we just see this card where we have like Robin's Hood arrow coming in right in the nick of time here to pull you away from the competition, feminines? So, you know, these masculines, they've been keeping tabs. They know when to strike when the iron is hot. They're waiting on the edge of their seats for when this can happen, is what I'm hearing. They're preparing, but they're holding back. They don't want to ruin the surprise I just heard. So the manifestation really here is getting to come together. What can we see in the action department? The Last Judgment. Here's that karma card again. The new life can't fully begin. That's why the death energy is here, but it's, giving that energy of things still needing to play out. The world, the universe card, things still need to close out. And whatever that is going to be, there's going to be closure, and it will be known, it will be understood, it will be seen. You'll know it when it happens. It will be legitimate, I'm hearing. How are the feminines dealing with this? The world in the inverse and the Two of Pentacles, like taking one step at a time, one inhale, one exhale. It's like slow motion to the finish line. Here is what I can see. It's like this repeat message. It's all coming down to whatever this karmic finale is what I'm seeing. What are the masculines? How are the masculines dealing with this? Sophistication, ingenuity, originality, and elegance. We've got a Pegasian Stargate here and the star. Okay, so, this is immediate energy. Again, we're getting this, that the masculines have come into such mastery with timing that it's this it's like perfect, elegant pew, pew, energy. I don't know how to describe this, but the masculines are ready. Not a moment too soon, I just heard. Okay, something feminines, these masculines are poised for. It seems to be whatever needs to close out on the feminine side right now. Flip it if you know that it's reversed. These kinds of karmic clearings do tend to sometimes, go back and forth. It can be very mirrored though, but right now it does feel like everything's hinging on what's going on for the feminines right now. What can we see for the biggest challenge in the connections? Eight of Cups, having to hover, gone but not gone, kind of spacious energy. How the Judgment card for the how many time? Ooh, so yeah, it's causing the feminines to wonder here. The timing, we've got the card of love and then this karmic card again. So did we have it in all decks? It's just crazy to me. But here it is again. Maybe I was just channeling it and I felt it was a fourth card. Third time's a charm. So yeah, the feminines are challenged by little thoughts of maybe this isn't going to be my person. Not because they don't want you, DMs. It's just that they're having to focus on this awakening, on this karma, and this love has to wait until that happens. What can we see for the masculines? Oh my goodness, downstairs is doing laundry again. Right on time. Every time lately. Okay, so that's the karma, I guess. The laundry, the cleanup. Okay, so masculines, intention, mental breakthroughs, and ideas. Sweet. So masculines, you've just been getting better and better ideas, but the challenge is you can't rush in, so you have to stay aloof, but these missed opportunities have truly been allowing you to up your game, up your ante, think of better things that you can do once the timing is right. No? What can we see for the solution to this challenge? The sun. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. How are the feminines handling the knowledge? It's going to be so good. 5 of Swords, and the inverse is the card of free will when we take accountability for that. So where the challenge is this waffling, is this my person? The last kind of act of that, oh, maybe it's not my person, that's going away. And feminines, you're taking control of your mind, you're tapping into this second wind, and you're staying the course. That's how the feminines are going. How are the masculines? More of this immediate poised. It's again, the star in the inverse, the 7 of Pentacles, these are both my cards of right now. Right now. universal understanding and objective observation. These are hunters, they're sharpshooters. They are ready to take aim and come in right on time. Like, oh, wow, the solution is just this. I feel like a sports commentator needs to be calling this action as it comes in here. What can we? And the DMs come out of nowhere. You thought they were running that way. They're running right for the DMs. Ah! Who would have guessed? Okay, and wish fulfillment. What's going to be happening in the near future? Lord of material happiness. Wow, what a reading. There are big things coming in these connections. How are the feminines going to be dealing with this? Oh my gosh, the Sun again and Six of Pentacles. Here's the reciprocity. Okay, so feminines, you're going to finally be free and clear to pursue. You're going to have material happiness. You are bringing yourself out of karma, feminines, not just spiritually, not just emotionally, not just consciously, in the physical, financially, materially, legally. You are freeing yourself here, feminines, and you are responsible for your happiness internally and externally. And that is when you are free and clear to pursue. That doesn't mean that every bit of your expectation of what union will look like comes in right then. It means you're now ready for it, and you get to actually allow it to unfold naturally in a way that couldn't when you still had other things going on. What can we see for the masculines? Communication and communion, contemplation, higher mind. They're going to be speaking to you from their higher self in physical form because they can now show you the real them. Once all this karma is cleared, feminines, in the material realm, legally, and in your daily life, once you don't have any of those things that you've needed to be focusing on, that your masculine's been giving you space to come through, they can talk to you from this higher perspective. They've been meditating on what to say to you when they finally get to come in. Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful energy. Let's get one alchemy card, alchemical, I tried to say. What can we see? Thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see for this beautiful energy coming in? The androgyny. So you can take this whole reading as though it is the melding of the masculine and feminine, and we are in eclipse season. So if you want to re-watch this reading for your own inner feminine or your own inner masculine, you can definitely do that. We are in a fractal holographic reality, and so what is true on one level, it rings true across the music of the spheres. And this is here we go, the androgyny. The androgyny is a deeply revered image in alchemy, born of Hermes and Aphrodite. Androgyny has been classically depicted as a balanced union of divine masculine, the sun, and divine feminine, the moon, which we have in this reading, everyone. And this is an eclipse energy reading. Wow, yet today's alchemist knows the androgyny is far more nuanced than that. It encompasses the infinite spectrum and reveals itself in ever-changing non-binary forms. The divine hermaphrodite defies definition, as it is a deeply personal, felt experience. Accessing this fluid and enlightened state requires us to slip into the contradictory realm of the senses. Breath by breath, we are drawn into our limbs, our fluids, our orifices, our organs, and cells. We let go of the rules and labels. I want to say let go of the twin flame label and all that stuff too. Judgment is suspended. The gods are present, as are the creative mysteries of the underworld. For a brief moment, we hold all of our complexities in one loving form. Like a newborn, we know not our name, gender, age, or location. We are the embodied artist, embraced unconditionally by sun and moon. Wow, so once we clear the karma, we're brand new again, and we get to design and create and be that artist. Wow, how great is life becoming, you know? So good, everyone. All right, many blessings. Bye for now.